Ontario Premier Doug Ford and Unifor are reacting strongly against your EV announcement. They say that this is a terrible deal that is giving a toehold into the domestic market for an industry that is heavily state subsidized. So what assurances can you give to unionized workers in Canada, in the auto sector? And have you had any conversations with Chinese companies about potential investment or opening factories in Canada?
So thank you for the question. So let's look at the let me just recap the auto agreement and go to the question on prospective investment. The first is order of magnitude. 49,000 vehicles is the cap of this agreement. That's the same amount of vehicles that Canada was importing from China in 2023. Okay, so same level. Although at that time there wasn't a cap. Now there's a cap, first point. Secondly, to put it in context of the size of the market, that is less than 3% of the 1.8 million vehicle market for cars and trucks in Canada every year. Every year, that's how many cars and trucks that Canadians purchase. Thirdly, what's in the agreement is a commitment, or it's actually a cap within the cap in terms of affordable vehicles that scales up quite quickly to 50%. So half of that total amount have to be vehicles priced at EVs at less than $35,000. So there's a big affordability focus there. And then the fourth element is an expectation that there will be Chinese investment, partnering with Canadian companies in Canada, and of course an expectation that meet our labor standards to work with that. There is interest of Chinese firms in doing so. That interest is triggered by this agreement, and it creates the possibility within our auto sector, which is very large, very diverse, has a number of players, to have companies that are producing affordable cars in Canada for Canadians and providing the type of technology and expertise that's going to help build a more competitive auto market going forward. The other point, sorry, Kyle, last point I'd make is that within the agreement as well is a review after 3 years. So we have to see all these elements that come into place.
But how do you know that there's interest?
I do know there's interest because we've had direct conversations directly from the Chinese companies, directly from and companies that are amongst the world leaders and collectively are the world leaders in this space, with explicit interest and intention to partner with Canadian companies. So we have, without question, there is direct interest in that. We'll see what comes to pass. This is an opportunity for Ontario. It's an opportunity for Ontario workers, opportunity for Canada, done in a controlled way with a modest start. This is how, it's interesting. The term you used, you said toehold. It's a trial. It's an early stage, and this is the way you bring somebody into the market. But remember, this is a market that is the auto sector, which is evolving very rapidly, and we want to be competitive in this market. We don't want to be competitive in the market of 2010. We want to be competitive in the market in the future. Is what's going to get great jobs for Ontarians going forward.